Hello again, folks. So happy to be here with you. I'm in such a good mood. Let's play some Pokemon. I think we've been going too hard, too fast, too quick. I want to slow things down very briefly. Just talk about a couple things that I missed last episode. As you can see, our Pidgey here is paralyzed. We know that because we've seen it many times in the previous battles, that it was unable to move and was moving slower than we would expect it. And that's because it got paralyzed. It got paralyzed by the Pikachu that we encountered. This is not the Pikachu we encountered, but the one that we caught instead, that we nicknamed Alex. This little guy has an ability, and we have not gotten into what that means. An ability is a passive skill that activates under certain conditions. In this case, if you make contact with a Pikachu and it has the ability static, you may become paralyzed. And that's how Pidgey got paralyzed. Whereas the status poison has been inflicted by the Weedle using the move Poison Sting, which may poison the foe. Now, what abilities do our Pokemon have? We have Shield Dust, which, as you can read, prevents added effects. Who knows exactly what that means, but we've got Keen Eye, which prevents the loss of accuracy. So at no point can Pidgey lose accuracy. We've already gone over Static. Vital Spirit, which prevents Mankey from falling asleep. And of course, we know Walter has Torrent, which ups water moves in a pinch. Interesting. Irene, the Rattata, has an ability called Guts, which ups attack if suffering. Man, I wish I had that ability, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we've just beaten our first trainer here. We're gonna switch Noah in. So I'd say a good goal for this episode is checking on what our Caterpie, what their ability is. I don't think we ever looked. So we'll do that. We'll continue through the forest until we kind of run out of steam and it makes more sense to turn tail and head home because, well, golly, I mean, being in this maze, sometimes it hurts my head, but let's just take it slow. Who's in a rush, huh? So anyway, we've beaten this gentleman. He says this. So he's still out here catching. So we actually don't have any new Pokemon that we saw from that trainer. But I did just want to make note that our Pokédex has a really cool feature that we haven't delved into, where we can find where to find Pokemon in the area screen, which is a really cool feature. If we see the Pokemon, we can find out where we can catch it. Very often you'll encounter a Pokemon you haven't caught yet from trainer fights. Now, I don't really want to tussle in the grass right now. I'm feeling more open terrain here. Ah, another trainer, but this one we can walk right by. He didn't catch our eye, so we don't necessarily have to face him. Let's read this sign maybe before we do. Oh, we can get our Pokédex evaluated. Interesting. Well, what's this here? Antidote to cure poison. Now, you've noticed I bought a Paralyze Heal in Viridian, specifically for the only, as far as I'm aware, early paralysis possible, and it happened. Part of me, even though we have antidotes, just doesn't want Pidgey to be poisoned, to not have to suffer through the noise. You know, I'll take the stat decrease and the missed turns for not having to do that, but once it's learned the next move it learns, I think we'll cure it of its paralysis, because It's really just a stalling game. Now we have another choice here between grass or no grass. I always go for no grass first because it gives me an opportunity to survey the area before getting sucked right into whatever Pokemon are in that part of the grass. Now this guy's turning, as you can see. Some trainers want to meet your eye so bad that they will flip around like a Pidgey with its head cut off, trying to catch you slipping. And your move, if you want to get by them without fighting, is to sneak by on a secret mission. Like now. See you later, slowpoke. Oop, sorry for the spoiler. Alright, well this looks like leads to the other side of the grass where we were on there. So really what we have to do is pick which trainer we want to fight first. And, you know, it was luck that I didn't get caught by this guy. So we'll do him the decency, the honor of speaking to him. Instead of letting us catch us. Letting him catch us. Letting us catch him. We are all one with the universe anyway. There's a lot of people in my life that this applies to. Myself included. I know I'm little, but you don't have to fight me. No, that's the opposite of what he said. He said, I know I'm little, but if you go on easy, he said, I know I'm little, but if you go easy on me, I won't like you. String shot. I think we briefly looked at string shot, but just to double check that everyone knows, it simply lowers the opposing Pokemon's speed by 1 stage. We discussed stages last time, so if you didn't catch that, good idea to go back. I know it's a longer piece of the puzzle here. I think it was around 20 minutes, but yes, Lucy? All right. Oh, what's wrong? I'm sorry, I don't speak that language. Can you speak it in English? Because then I mean, if then I would be able to answer you, but right now. And Leer, which I don't know if we discussed either, but it's a very simple defense lowering. Now, another housekeeping item, we talked about the paralysis and how it was gotten by the ability. That was one thing. We needed to talk about the Pokédex, because I hadn't even really dived into that beautiful encyclopedia, but yeah, looking at the moves and most important, I wanted to clear the air. Saw a lot of people talking, lots of people talking about what was I talking about when I was saying that these status moves that only lower 1 stage are essentially useless. I can't remember if I did the math on this, and I think we could right now, but that's not really the mood I'm in at this exact moment. Maybe I'll prove it later, but the concept is essentially for a move like Leer or Tail Whip, which are different in name only. They have no functional difference. They both only lower the defense of the opposing Pokemon by 1 stage. Why is that not a good idea to do? Why is it almost always the correct choice to try to attack instead? And that is because the math works out such that if you do 2 tackles, it will always do more than 1 Tail Whip or Leer in a tackle. Yeah, a reward for breaking through paralysis will be learning this move. That's when we'll get rid of it, just for the story. Well done, Dusty. So yeah, I'm happy to have said that there. Ah, level 9. There you go. Gust. Bellissimo. Look at that. Now, Gust is the exact move I wanted to discuss discuss with you guys. So you can see on the fight menu, you can even look here, we don't get the description and the details of the move, like the power, but we get to see the power points and the type, which is 35 and flying. I've been saying all these names of these types like, you know, I had any I ever even tried to explain them, but I don't think I did. You know, we saw Grass, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Fire, Squirtle, Water. We have a Fighting Mankey, a normal Rattata, normal Flying Pidgey, and these bugs, these bug Pokemon. What is all that? You know, what does all of that mean? And well, Pokemon are all of a specific type. A type is yeah. Oh yes, Lucy, did you want to say it? No, I guess you didn't. More experience for the Duster. Man, Anthony, you know, you got close. 6 HP, it was dicey. Oh, boo. Fight. I mean, how long was that battle? He had so many opportunities to correct any mistakes, but his money's ours, the defeat is ours. With my cat talking so much, I think we'll leave it here, and I'll be joining you in one moment again. I don't think I'm going to quit this session until we find out what a boulder badge is. We may or may not try to retrieve or receive or earn one, but we will certainly learn what exactly a boulder badge is. That's what's curious to me. But otherwise, we'll leave it with whatever our defeated opponent, has to say.